What's going on, guys? Give me a sec. Start. Sorry if you can hear like the background noise. I didn't really want to adjust the gain or anything on the mic, but it's like National Mowing the Lawn Day, so all the landscapers are doing the landscaping today, so it's gonna be a little noisy for a little bit. I'm gonna be looking at indexes, some stocks I'm looking at, stuff like that. If we don't get any viewers, honestly, I'll probably just cut it short. I just kind of want to see how it would go early in the morning like this. It's not that early. It's about $10. 10 a.m. So 11 a.m. What's going on, Dylan? But yeah, if we don't get enough viewers, I'll probably just end the stream pretty short, 30 minutes, I guess, if we don't get enough people. And I'll just work on videos. I tend to work on videos around this time anyways, when the market starts slowing down, till like 1 o'clock. But we shall see. Probably go over the trades that we took in the Discord today. We had some really good trades. I was preaching open to everyone. I don't know how many people took it. One of the easier trades, probably, of the past few weeks. We entered at this level here, really down below 2670 is where we entered, so down here. Opened up the week super strong. We exited within the first 15 minutes of market, so above this weekly open, it was like 2780 where we got out at. It was pretty decent. Those are quick option calls. That was, like I said, very easy money there. Another play I'm looking at is PIN, DraftKings, Fubo. I think all of those are scaled to run down and do very poorly this week. It's worth taking a look at. I think those are looking pretty terrible. So if you're not in those, think about that, at least to hedge your position. I think UVXY, the VIX, has a lot of room to come down. Does not look very positive either. Those all look pretty terrible. If you guys have any stocks you want me to look at, I don't mind looking at them really quick. Maybe you'll find me a play, so I don't mind. But right now I'm sitting pretty still. I think the market has room to come down for sure. So we'll see. And like I said too, if we don't get that many viewers, and I don't think we will this early, I'll probably aim to stream around maybe like 8 this time, like 8 p.m. Central. We'll probably get some more viewers then. But yeah. Also, AMC is looking pretty terrible. If you look at it, I mean, this is exactly what you didn't want if you're in AMC. So terrible numbers from AMC. I'll learn more about UVXY long term. I mean, UVXY is not a long term position. It's really just, if anything, it's a hedge on your portfolio if you're long on a lot of stuff. Now, if you're just playing UVXY, it's kind of a scary type play, but I think it has a lot of room to go up to like 1065 minimum. But honestly, the market looks set to have a retracement. So as I'm looking at it, like the way that I think the market has room to go down. We're really just kind of starting to see it right now. Strong open. It's coming down. UVXY is just staying at this 10-10 range. Once we break up, it's gonna be pretty nice. There are some free plays so I can make money for the VIP. Well, I mean, I've been giving free plays every day. Honestly, I've been saying open. Open door was one of the easiest trades possible. I mentioned Neo the past few days as well. I believe I mentioned Mara as well. Those are all flying. What else? Pretty much. I've talked about a lot of stuff. You had to pay attention though. I'm not gonna give you direct entries, especially as free stuff. I'm not just gonna give you free money, you know. I've been talking about Neo for some time. I said this had a lot of room to run, and it does. And now it's at this range up here. If it holds this range, high possibility we continue running. So, you know, chances are though, if you're losing, I'm not being mean or anything or running anyone down, but if you're losing on your own and you're relying on, my trades to win you back money, chances are you're gonna keep losing money on your own. You know what I mean? You got to figure out a system that works for you and what works overall with trading. So, I don't know. Most people I think everyone that's joined so far in the Discord has made their money back and more. So it's worth noting. Any dare enough to quit their jobs? I'm essentially doing this full time, Dave. I don't really do anything else. I do this and I go to school. So NMGRF, if you guys watched the video last week, I mean, essentially you got the entry around $1.25 from where I made that video, maybe even like $1.20. I mean, this was a very good play, long-term penny stock play I have. Only graphite mine in North America. You can go look at the video. The video is titled, I think, penny stock, and it's like a light blue, so you can check that one out. It's pretty recent. So NMGRF, love them long-term, perking up as well. MP, these are longer-term positions, so they're not options at all. MP perking up. I mean, look at that. Gosh, that looks beautiful. I love it. I got in around this level right here, like 3160 range. Made my buddy back in 20 seconds today. Yeah, so like, but like I said, like, don't ask about like, I recommend if you want to know about the Discord, just ask members. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna get an honest feedback. MP looking really good, guys. Like, they're working on a domestic deal for a mine, so that's gonna be really big for them. Overall, looks fine. I'm not like tripping either. Like, the market doesn't look that great, so we're getting some upside pressure with the market not looking great. That's good news. SPY, I'm looking for downside though. I think UVXY, I'm feeling really good. I've doubled down on my UVXY positions this morning, so there's that. Fubo puts, they're looking solid too. What we got in there? 44.5 ultimate target. But yeah. And you're not gonna hear me talk about like the premium stuff too much. Like, it's just like, I think the organic growth proves itself. Mara looks like it wants to keep running. Riot and Mara look pretty solid. I think Bitcoin wants to run. I'm surprised we got rejected at this level, but overall it doesn't look bad. BFT, love it. I'm buying more on these dips as well. I just keep buying. I'm probably buying too much BFT, to be honest. I'm probably overextending. Hyliion's getting a lot of call volume as well, worth considering. I might make a video on them. This range right here is looking really, really good for a buy zone. This block right there, that $15.90 to $16 range is looking like a really solid area. AMC is dead. Yeah, so let's go over AMC. I'll cover AMC a little bit. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get that many viewers here, so I'm probably gonna get off relatively soon. But I did want to like at least give people opportunity. I'd rather go live in the mornings. I feel like it's more beneficial for traders, but I mean, like, you guys aren't on. AMC, like, what you wanted to see is, first you wanted to see some type of dang, Galtreo's getting off live. Yeah, he does really good for his lives, man. But he has a way bigger following, obviously, than me, and like, it's hard getting, like, I feel like once people like get into the live here, like, they realize the value of it. It's just hard to get people in the door, you know. Can you explain the squeeze volume from 6 million shares? Is that a pattern of stocks or on shares? Are you talking about AMC, Dave? One sec though. So what I wanted to see was some initial type of flat volume, some type of push, like the $7 range, getting above it. I mentioned it last night. Dude, put the word in for Trey. Get him to contact me. I put my email on my videos now too, so if people wanna, cause like people were sending me chart like requests on Discord, and it was just too much. Like, I want some logic behind the reason. Kind of like how Dead Inside does his Reddit thing. That's a really cool idea. Dead Inside's track stocks, his Reddit. It's really cool how he does it. I think that's like an excellent idea overall, how Dead Inside does his content, and how he has that like area for free members as well, and like just to look at stocks. It's really cool. But it's super detailed with looking at stocks that people want him to cover. So, but on AMC, just what I wanted to see. I wanted to see some type of upward pressure above the weekly level, you know, pushing above $7 and holding at least towards the VWAP going into tomorrow. But we didn't. Like, we're staying below the VWAP. It's like the same story, guys. It doesn't look good, like, honestly. Like, and now we're below this resistance. So now there's like basically three really big resistances we're looking at on AMC. The $10, the $8.90 to $8.70, and now the new one at $6.80 to like $6.75 range. So like all that stacked up is just like AMC just doesn't look good. Like, the only positive news that could come out is tomorrow maybe short interest is just through the roof. But besides that, it's just like nothing. It doesn't look like appealing at all right now. You know what I mean? So what I'm looking for in AMC, like, and this is just what I'm looking for now. Like, I'm kind of throwing out the window the whole short squeezing. Possibly it comes out. Possibly it keeps happening. You know. But if I'm looking for entries on AMC, I'm looking for this $4.50 range down here. And then possibly a retest of like this $3 range down here. If that happens, what I'm looking for is long-term positions and just waiting to see if they get acquired. If they get acquired, you're gonna over triple your money on the stock. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for there. But the outlook that I'm having is totally different than this short squeeze. And you're seeing retail getting out of their positions as well, which is that's what's really killing it. So take that into account. So I'm not feeling good. Thoughts on, okay, I'll do CCIV. I don't even know what PSTH is. Sounds like someone saying psst. But yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. Like I said, I like Trey. I don't dislike him. Especially people were saying like during his lives, he does a lot more like negative not negative, but like he says things are bearish, like which you like to see, right? But I think like it's important that like, and it's unfortunate, like I say platform and stuff, but like the traders have an influence. Like honestly, like if you look at these people that have these YouTube channels, like they have an influence. Like, and I know like people want to say like, well, they don't have any, like they don't answer anyone. Like, and I understand that. Like, yeah, like ultimately y'all do pay us though. Like, I mean, me not that much right now, but y'all pay us. So, I think it's just like important that people are transparent and like giving like honest feedback and opinions on stocks. But CCIV, looking at it, one, we're pushed below the VWAP, don't like it. The video I made on Lucid, I really liked. So the video is very bullish on Lucid that I made. The problem is that there's still no merger news. There's still no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to see the sides of it. The negatives though, with Lucid and stuff right now on CCIV are these key points. Like the negatives with Lucid are, Lucid does not own 100% of the company. That's one point that no one's talking about, and I don't know why no one's talking about it. Like I guess it's because no one really wants to like give that bearish viewpoint of the company, and that's what I'm talking about with these streamers and YouTubers. Like, and I don't think Trey's made. I'm not talking about Trey. I'm talking about like as a whole, like everyone making CCIV videos every single day saying it's bullish, it's this, it's that. It's like, look at CCIV. They don't. 65% of the company is owned from outside investors from the Saudi investment banks. That's huge. Like that's just like a one group of people. So like if CCIV wanted to do a SPAC merger with, you know, if Lucid wanted to do a SPAC merger with CCIV, they couldn't if the Saudi investors did not want to. And there was actually a post on Twitter saying that like the Saudi investors stated that they only want to work with people that they know, and people are like, well, this leads back to CCIV because they know them, but like they don't really know them. They didn't get a business with them, so like that's not true. Two, it's like Lucid already has like a product up and running. They already have delivery dates. They have a lot of stuff going for them. Do they need to sell more equity of the company? You know what I mean? So that's that point there. What's going on with AMC? It's getting the opposite movement of what you wanted. We're sitting below the VWAP. Couldn't get a push. OBV broke below that level. I mean, like everything that could go wrong on AMC is going wrong. So like if you're just trading this, like that's why I haven't got in. Like I mean, it's gambling at this point. You're just hoping every day when it opens, you're hoping something good happens. You know what I mean? And that's not how you should trade. Like you shouldn't trade based on I hope the volume kicks in tomorrow, or I hope we can get above the, you know what I mean? Like that's not how you should trade. So like for example, with that open door trade, like I was preaching this trade to you guys for over like from Thursday maybe until like Sunday. I was just trying to shove it down y'all's throat. But I guess I don't know how many people listen. Like in the premium and stuff, like everyone definitely got in. I know everyone got in. But looking at open, this is where we got in. Like this block down here, we got in below 2670 for options trade. This is the range that we bought in at, and the logic behind this was like totally fundamental based. I mean, as well as some TA, like because we did get a bounce on that monthly level down there, but. Like this was this like easy money, like a 10% move on an option basically doubled. I think how much did we sell? I can show you how much we sold our positions for. So we bought, those are my Fubo, so you can actually see everything we've fucking been trading. But so 28, we bought for $1.05. We sold this morning at $1.60. So 60, that's 60% right off the top. That's like one trade. Like just off of one, like you know what I mean? It's just like there's so many great plays, and I understand a lot of retail investors don't understand how to trade options and stuff. But that's another thing with trade. Like, I don't know how he trades. You know what I mean? I don't know like if he trades options. I don't know what he does. To be honest, I don't follow him that much. I know a lot of people on YouTube don't heavily trade options. I know that for sure. I think they think it's really risky, which I agree. To a certain extent, it is risky, but I think that like if you know how to manage risk and stuff like that, you can definitely mitigate a lot of the risk. I don't know, just my opinion. If you're day trading, I think options are kind of the way. But currently, like looking at my positions right now, I'm sitting in a lot. I have a lot of UVXY calls. I feel really good about UVXY. Fubo, I think Fubo is going to dip more. This is surprising. They're getting more of a push. I'll probably really add a lot of positions if we get up to this range again, like 47.40. Probably really start stacking in the positions there. We're seeing DraftKings, all these like gambling sites doing pretty poorly today. What are we seeing else? Jinko is doing pretty good. Clean Energy had a pretty solid open today. Lulu had a really nice day as well. Socials are looking really good. Pinterest, socials like that. Is everyone limited to one share of AMC today? I have 1,600 pending. They gave me $10 today, so I haven't bought much. I have no idea. Is AMC limited? I can look. Are you on Robinhood? What are you on? I don't think there's any limits. There shouldn't be any limits. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's no limit. Shouldn't be. Might just be your account. Selena 24, hey call it. Yeah, I know it's pretty rough right now. I'm holding it to take my wife, kids, and home. OZ SE. So I don't know what that company is. I mean, I'll look at it, OZ SE, but like I don't know what that company is. Energy, like it's a penny stock. Penny stocks, you gotta be careful, man. Like you really gotta be careful. Like, so before I ever call it any type of penny stock, I have to really like the company. You have to really like doing your due diligence behind penny stocks is crucial. Like huge. Like, you know, I don't know. I'd have to do like a lot of research on them. You know what I mean? This is TradingView. This is where I do all my charting. So like, but if I'm gonna buy anything, I buy it through E-Trade personally. That's what I use. But like the only penny stocks that I have right now is I got High Tide, great position. This is where we got in at. Have it circled. I gave it out to everyone in the Discord. I think I made the video. The first video I made, we were at this range, and we actually came back and retested that 37-cent range, and then straight up. Great channel. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. Also, guys, I do appreciate hitting the like button. It does help the channel out a lot. So think about that. NMGRF. This is the only other penny stock I own besides that one. It's killing it. It's honestly killing it. When I made the video on here, I believe we were around 123, 125. Now we're pushing that 140 mark. Most of my entries are around the 130 mark, though, I believe. And then we kind of trended sideways. It's getting ready for a really big breakout, though. You can just tell. Only graph I mine in North America. It's going to do amazing. Do I have any AMC? No. If you watch any of my videos, I'm very clear about where I'm entering AMC. And I'm very transparent about my positions in AMC. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What are we talking about? PLTR. The guy I run the Discord with, he got a really nice trade on PLTR this morning. Looking really good. Switch back. Another really interesting play. I don't know how to play it right now, though. I do like it a lot. I think open doors, room to run still. I mean, honestly, though, I just don't feel great about the market right now. Feel unease. But I'm pretty hedged, so like I could definitely afford to do some call options. So I'm not like scared to that extent. SESN, I don't know what that is. I think a lot of you guys are talking about that one. It's just 2 run up. It looks like it wants to keep pushing, I guess, since it's holding the view up, but I mean, I wouldn't touch it. I got a question. I put 4K in AMC on Cash App. Today it says I put 434. Did they pay something out? Confusing. Check transactions. Never put in at 34. When did you buy? What price did you buy it? Is it up? Like when did you buy it? It might just be up. You might be winning, or it could have been the fee. Well, no, that couldn't have been the fee. But if it says you put 434 and like your value is like sub 4K, chances are $34 was a fee. I don't know too much about Cash App's fees when it comes to that. I know Bitcoin fees aren't that bad. So, thoughts there. Looking at the indexes though, so this is pretty typical what we're getting. Like I say, with support and resistances, I never expect a break on the first try. Never. I never ever expect a break on the first try. And if we do break on the first try, I'm either going to short or long it based on it getting a bounce back to that range. So as you see here, we got a bounce here and we're bouncing back up. High possibility we bounce and get rejected off this VWAP and come back down. That's what I'm looking for. I just don't feel good about the market right now. I think the market's going to look bearish going into stimulus talks and stuff like that. You bought it at $14, so you should definitely be down. It's probably a fee. I don't know how you contact Cash App support though. It's a good question. So I've never had to. Can we do some math to predict tomorrow's shorted amount of stocks on AMC? Dude, I can't predict that. I'm not gonna lie. That's like a total. That's like next level gambling. I couldn't tell you. But that is tomorrow. I mean, honestly, looking at it right now, like if I did that change? Did that change? I feel like that changed. That number, was it 78% before? One second. No, they haven't released it yet. What's that? Was it Market Watch? Maybe it was Market. I don't know. No, that's the same. Okay, I was making sure. It was the same. That seems different though. Looking at today though, I'm looking for more plays. I just don't feel. I don't like the market at all. At all. AMC 8.5 tomorrow. No SSR or interest short. Okay, so honestly too, like one thing you guys could be looking at going into tomorrow, if we hold at this range, could get the SSR, that'd be really nice going into tomorrow with the short interest report. It does look good going into tomorrow. Like, so I'll make a video like around close. I'll probably make the video around 1 o'clock after I get off of this. I'll make a video on AMC and then make another video on some other stocks I'm looking at. Is it a penny stock that I'm looking at? I don't know. I think it's like $3. Me and a friend, we're looking at it's like a cybersecurity company. Huge upside. Just got some new contracts done. So I'm probably making a video on them today. I'll probably make a video releasing on them today. So yeah, I'll try to do 3 videos. I don't know what the other stock I want to talk about. Do you guys have any recommendations for a stock talk I can do? I can make another update on Sundial or Nokia. Those have been doing pretty good, and I know people are interested. Like Nokia's seeing some upside today as well, so that is good. Like Nokia's getting a little bit of a push up. You know, we got that dump down to like this. This is a huge support. Like this whole block, there's so much support right there. What's the good news on AMC? Looking at AMC for tomorrow, like, okay, so AMC. So let's look at a few things. One. We hold below 10%, we get the SSR roll tomorrow. I believe. I'm pretty positive. That'd be good. 2, short interest report comes out. So with those 2 things combined, high possibility we get a lot of volume kicking in near the end of the day and the after hours. So like, I've never said that I would buy AMC at any of these levels right now. Currently, I said where I would buy at this like $10 range, and if we get above the VWAP, which we haven't done either. But it's looking pretty positive with the end of the day. So end of the day, we could see AMC move nice. So that's theory there. Sundial seems stagnant. So I'll go over Sundial really quick. And I'll do like, I can do, like I said, if y'all can choose like the third video you want me to do, I don't mind. Just thoughts on dog coin hype. Okay, so I made a dog coin video on Thursday, I think. Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. I recommend going to watch that video Thursday or Friday, because I predicted exactly where it would go, and I predicted the volatility and the movement on crypto that we would get this week. Now, I'm not going to credit that all to TA or anything like that, but Elon Musk did also announce they're going to be accepting payments, and he bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So that's really strong news. So, but like a lot of the stuff that gets views on my channel is, and I understand like it's these hype stocks because it's getting my name pushed out there. But I recommend watching the other videos because that's where the real value is coming into play on the channel, especially like if you're doing this for free. So that's what I recommend. I'm down over 35K. I'm kidding. Hope. Price target for AMC. It just totally depends what the news released tomorrow. You know what I mean? Let me talk about Sundial really quick. So I've been talking about Sundial a lot. We need to hold above $1 for the next like 5 days after today. Like next Monday, hold above $1. It's really good. If you own AMC, if you own Sundial, I feel really, really good about it, right? Let's go over a few things. Really quick. Of all the short squeezes that have gone on, in the market, this is when it short squeezed right here. This is when it pushed all the short squeeze hype, all that stuff, yada, 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 right? It's sitting at those levels, right? Sitting bullish. Making a great pennant. Looks very strong, right? OBV, I mean, this is as pinched as an OBV can get. Volume is dying to kick in here. It's heavily shorted as well. Short interest. Thanks, man. Thanks, Takeout Sports. So like with OBV pinching so hard, the volume is literally dying to kick in here. I'm telling you, like, and the short interest. I don't know when the short interest get released. Do they all get released on the same day? I'm like super curious about that. I'm curious to see Sundial's short interest because I'm telling you, the short interest behind Sundial will be huge. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people betting we get pushed back below $1. And if you haven't watched my videos on Sundial, basically, Sundial has it's a warrant or whatever saying it has to hold above $1 for 10 consecutive days to remain on the Nasdaq before June 1st, I believe, right? It's done this for like a few days and it drops below and then hits back to like 50 cents and it trends there. Sundial's been holding this range, just absolutely holding it. This is like the best it's ever looked, in my opinion. I'm so curious to see the amount and short volume on this stock because there's massive, massive, massive upside here. If we hold for the next, so let's say we hold for these next 10 days, and I figure we're going to stay pretty sideways during this time period. I don't think we get too much upside. Just in my opinion, I think we squeeze and just stay sideways. If like we get to day 9 or 8, I'll consider dumping a massive position into some all options here because this is actually like, and I hate using the word short squeeze. I hate it so much. I really hate it. But this one will be absolutely, it'll have strong fundamentals behind it because once it holds for 10 days, the warrants on the Nasdaq will go away. It'll basically be listed for like at least like a year without having question of getting delisted, which will be very strong for the stock. They've eliminated all debt. There's a lot of good news behind them, so that's worth noting. Talk about Tilray. I hate the weed sector overall. I really do hate it. I dislike it so much. Tilray's seeing a massive run up, but we see massive dips all the time. This is one of those like you just buy. I dislike it. I've just not had to look. So yeah. But Sundial, if you want to like mitigate any risk, you just want to wait till those like last few days. That's what I'm doing. I mean, like, if it runs, it runs. I miss it. You know what I mean? So I'm not like super concerned. OCGN. What is I know these are all these hype stocks you guys are talking about, guys, and I hate. Guys, I don't know. Like, it's just run up. Like, I'm not touching that. I know other YouTube channels are gonna tell you like that's a great buy, but it's just like what? Like, don't buy stocks that are like they're flying like that. It's like that's my rule, right? Not financial advice. Do your own due diligence, but I don't know. Biden wants to legalize weed and Tilray will. It will. Oh yeah, I do have another penny stock. Dang it, I forgot. No, I've already mentioned it. High Tide. That's the play that I like. High tide's the one I like. Naked bro, what are you saying? Naked. This is a really interesting play also. I need to make an update video on it. The last one I made got a lot of views. I just don't know if there's like still a lot of interest in on YouTube. So I would hate to make like, I hate making like a 10, because when those videos that are 10 minutes long, typically they take a lot of time. And like you see all those cuts in it, it's because I'm doing so many different, like so much research on it, so many different articles I want to cover, and I need to condense it as much as possible because I don't want to, like a lot of these channels keep like a 30-minute long videos, and like I know nobody wants to watch a 30-minute long video, right? I think like you guys want to stay like at maximum 10 minutes is like pretty heavy on the duration of a video. So it takes a lot of time. So like picking a stock that I want to do that I want to make real content on, or like a longer video, like it's just like, man, it's tough because it's discouraging when you make a long video and it doesn't get that many views. I'm like, oh my god, it's like what a waste of time. Okay, so naked, why is it interesting? And this one has me super interested. I'm curious to see short interest on this as well. They're changing their business model, so if you're a long-term investor on naked, I feel good about it just because of what they're doing with the business model. Okay, so looking at the chart, just price action, I don't love it. It's extending as this flag. This channel is extending. Typically, that leads to more downside, right? What I do like, the OBV's trending at these all-time high levels from that, overall that short. Like I say the short squeeze, but like it's just a whole bunch of these low-level stocks got massive pumps up. That's all that happened, right? But the volume is trending up there. If you look at Sundial, like Nokia, you look at any of those other positions, AMC, GameStop, none of their OBV is at the same range. This is the only one that's running similar, that's running this strong, that's staying up that level. That's what has me interested. Valentine's Day has a lot of hype behind the stock. So I think there's a possibility before Valentine's Day. We're riding above. I think we're riding above the. Are we riding above the VWAP? Right underneath it. Move that another way. Possibility. We get a run up to like 142, maybe, just maybe. This is just a theory, like possibility in the realm of possibilities. $1.85. Don't see us running too much higher than that. That's totally possible. I'm down 70% in my portfolio. I can't tell if people are joking or not, but like, man, y'all are crazy. I don't know what people's like mentality on long-term stocks are though. It's like wild. Boomer, what are you saying, Boomer? I don't know what you're talking about. You're from Oregon. What are you talking? I probably just missed what you said. Ugh. Bought Zom this morning up 10%. I liked Zom. I was gonna make a video like this past Monday, and something came up and I didn't make the video. I think I made a different video. No, I took request. I said everyone in the Discord DM me what stock you want me to talk about. I think I talked about IDEX. Because IDEX has had a really nice run, but Zom obviously did better. Discouraging. Oh yeah, yeah. It's just there's a lot of downside. Like it's too much. There's a lot of volatility. Lot. Diamond hands always. I got an AMC around 50 and probably dropping another two grand on AMC to get my average down. There you go. Well, might as well now, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. How many people do you guys trade options? I'm just curious. Like I'm curious about my base following and how many people are actually trading options. Or like, are you long term? Or y'all just like degenerates from Reddit? Like I'm curious people's background. That also affects the type of content I want to make. Am I streaming tonight? Probably, but I'm gonna stream around 8 p.m. Central. I'm definitely gonna do it earlier. I don't like staying up that late, to be honest. Like I'm gonna be tired today too because I woke up around 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'm curious. Like, do you guys trade options? Are y'all just like buying stock? I'm curious to see how the base of my people trade. I think I took a survey on this, but like some people say I should have made it clear. Like, do people trade options? Do y'all only buy stock? Do you not feel comfortable buying? I'm curious. Did you move where I made 12K and put 3K back in and with you now? So far, people are saying they more. I buy long-term options, trade shares. Okay, literally everything. I'm a degen, but I'm trying to change that. I'm curious, just getting more answers. go back to AMC. Fuel cell seeing a massive tear up. Scalp and swing options are like sports betting to me. I stay away from most likely. What do you think about naked? We'll run to 1.4 before Valentine's. Sorry, go back. I don't trade options. I find it risky as well. Okay, most people are stocks. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's interesting. I'm kind of new to investing, so mainly stocks. I trade when I can afford it. Just starting to get back into it. Are we holding AMC or not? MVIS. MVIS. If you're holding MVIS, you're hoping someone announces they want to purchase it. Not how I like to trade. You look at Lockheed Martin. Need to find a good put. Some options on it. Okay, so here's my logic on options. So if you're here, most likely you're trying to. Maybe some of you are long term. I've seen like one person say they're long term. Maybe. I understand the value of stocks. I totally understand it, and I'm trying to see how to word this because I don't recommend, especially like if you're new, like going into options blindly, you're gonna lose money. Yeah, AMC, GMB, those are all gambles. Any of those short squeeze stocks, you're gambling. Naked is a gamble too. Like a lot of those are just like you're buying hype. You know what I mean? Options is not how I trade options is not buying hype. AMC. If you're in AMC, I don't get why you're even considering selling at this level. You know, if you bought like up here, like you at least want to get some type of bounce before you even consider selling. Yeah, I don't see the point. It doesn't make any sense on AMC. Like why you would sell at this range, you know, that doesn't make sense. So I'll do a little AMC update really quick for the new people coming in. So if you watch the lives, you watch any of the videos, what I wanted to see was some type of upward push above this like $7 range and trending sideways going into tomorrow. 7.5 with push would have been awesome. But obviously, as you can see, we did not. I expected the VWAP to go sideways. We did not. The stock just dropped at open immediately down to like 630 and then kind of trending down, sitting underneath the VWAP. And you can actually see GameStop actually had some upward momentum at the open. So that's worth noting that GameStop went up, AMC did not. This could just be manipulation. Who knows what's going on? Like you're taking a lot of guesses when you're talking AMC. I mentioned in my video yesterday, yesterday wasn't a hype video about the Amazon and Netflix buying AMC. That wasn't a hype. I think people think it was a hype video, but it wasn't. I think there's a strong possibility that Netflix or Amazon in the next few months step in and make a real offer on AMC. They're of course going to wait for the valuation to go down. I mean, anyone can see that AMC's valuation is going to go down, right? Like, even if the short squeeze goes, let's say we pump to $40 on AMC, right? We have a massive short squeeze. Everyone makes millions of dollars. Wall Street bets wins again. It's going to come, like, reality is going to step back in. The valuation is going to hit. Movies are not the same. All their promotions are kind of not doing well. Like, long-term AMC is a dying company. So I think there's a buyout opportunity there for some companies, 110,000%. I think there's real plays there. But the point right now is that at this level, right now, if you're trading it and you're holding it, your main upside is the short squeeze. But let's say the short squeeze ends and we start to dump down to like $4 or $5, right? That's when I'm considering buying. And if I'm buying it, I'm playing it with the mentality of them selling the company. I think there's a very high possibility. Because there's two ways you're looking at this. And I don't think anyone's talking about option two. Is that we maybe dump, but then the next 4 or 5 months before summer's end, Netflix or Amazon comes in and says, we have an offer for the company. And if you don't realize how big of that move is, I don't know if you guys watched last night, but go look at Slack. Slack was seeing a terrible year. Slack was having an absolutely awful year. Terrible, one of the worst years ever for it as a company, even before they went public. This should have been the best year ever for them. But through COVID, they were still doing very poorly, even though everything was shifting online. But look what happened. They got acquired, or they're getting acquired by CRM Salesforce. And look how much they are running up. They saw almost 100% move in the stock. Just from the news of being acquired, of getting an offer, and then the offer being accepted as well, obviously. So this is like when we got that offer, and then once it was accepted, it just took off. So like that's the upside potential with AMC, and AMC is such a cheap stock, like retail value could really kick in there as well. So I think that's something you have to be looking at, but like looking here where we're at, I don't think this median ground where we're at is a buy zone. I don't think that's where I'm looking at. But what I'm saying is like if you bought in, let's say you bought in at $9, $10, right? If you bought in above $10, God rest your soul. I'm sorry. But like dropping down from here, like, is it the end of the world? It's just like, not, I don't think it's the end of the world. Like, but like, if you want to sell your positions, like, you need to have like some type of end game. Maybe you're okay with just like losing, like, you know, whatever, like, right? If you were taking this trade in the first place, it should have been money you were willing to lose, 100%. Like, this was the riskiest trade probably like ever. So that's why I never really got in. I think I bought a few positions when we broke up to like we were getting that push back up to 19 up here. I bought a few and then I sold off quick. I was like, I can't do this. But I just bought stocks. I didn't buy any options. So I wasn't like really risky. But the mentality here that like if you're just like looking for like if you're looking for a quick buck on AMC, like this getting scared on each dip is just, you're not hurting anyone but yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're just gonna lose sleep for no reason. So that's worth noting. I think there's a real value play with AMC being bought out though, like, especially by Netflix. So in that video, I really explained why I like Netflix so much more than Amazon. But Netflix like looks like that could really shift their business model for like the better, and like they could like change the dynamic of a streaming service as well. Like I think Netflix could do something really cool with that. So, anyways, that's what I think. Frank's actually right. Like, okay, not the whole like, you're all sad people, but why would you put money into AMC that you needed it right back? You know what I mean? That's like, that's a great statement actually. So, it's my opinion. It's my outlook on AMC. Probably do another update like in 10 minutes because someone new will come in and ask. UAVs doesn't look bad. I don't know enough about them. I know they're like some like aero company, something like that, but I haven't spent enough time looking. I think my friend sent them to me. I just didn't spend time looking into them. Awesome, thanks, man. I appreciate all the love. Talk Nokia. Ooh, talk. Oh, I like when you demand stuff from me. The Abjan Warren, whatever the heck your name. I don't know your name. The AJ Man Warren. I don't know what your name is. So I'm aware of they can't buy it till 2022, but let's think. Slack is a great example. So the news about Slack being acquired was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago almost now. So let's say that Netflix or AMC came in, and like I said, it's not going to happen right now. They're going to wait for the value to decrease. That's just from a business standpoint. That's what you're waiting for. They want to make sure, they want to make it where AMC is very motivated to sell, right? That's what you would want to do as a business owner, right? To get the best price for it. They can talk about buying it. I mean, maybe they can't sign the contract and have it sold, yada, yada, yada. But it takes time for these deals to close. You know what I mean? Like, so that's like worth noting. Like, they could announce it the end of this day. I mean, the end, like maybe like around the summertime, and then for the next 6 months have a lot of upside. Like you've seen with Slack. Like nothing's going on with the company. It's not doing better. Like the financials aren't great on work or in Slack. They're not. But as you've seen since that news, it's continued to trend up. Right? Like it's just continued to trend up from that news. We had a little bit of dip, now trending. Looks like it wants to break up back to the upside. So just worth noting. Going to see movies in a theater is not dead, people. COVID itself. Daniel Caldera, I think you're wrong. I think going to the movies, I don't think it's dead, but the demand isn't there. It's not there. And I don't know what state you live in, but I'm trying to make this as clear as possible with movie theaters. As clear as possible. Here in Texas and pretty much any of these southern states, let's say like Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, I know specifically. Like any of those southern states down here, like you can go see a movie right now. It is not like here in Texas, it is a joke. Like people do not take it seriously, which is sad. It is sad. No one takes it seriously. Like they follow the laws and the rules, but no one really takes the mentality behind COVID is not what it is up north. So it's a joke. So I'm telling you, the demand isn't there. And I know a lot of people that did valet at the theaters, and stuff like that, and all their jobs got laid off. And they're still laid off. They're still not coming back. They're still not bringing certain aspect back. The workers, there's very few workers in these theaters as well. Like, it's different. Like, and if you want to be in denial, you can be in denial, but go look at a theater that's open down here in the South. Carlos whatever. Okay, so I think it's the same guy. Okay, you've already seen what people want to ignore what Warner Brothers and stuff are doing with HBO. They want to ignore Paramount Plus. They want to ignore like what's going on. One, streaming services are becoming huge names with producing new movies. Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon Prime. Those are becoming major services of streaming, and they're showing how much money they can make. They're showing how much money these movies can make, and what should prove to you that they're showing how much money is the actors that they're getting to act in these movies. Because I guarantee if they weren't making money, they wouldn't act in these movies. They would just do the big ones. They go in theaters. I guarantee it. It makes perfect. Like it makes it's illogical. Look how much money Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston all made from the morning show TV show. $1 million an episode. Look how much money Game of Thrones cast made. Granted, Game of Thrones was like top series ever, right? The money is there, people. Like, and if the money's there and it's easier, there's less. They don't have to go to the theaters. Why would they shift gears like that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, and this is all trial and error. And like, I guarantee, like, watch AT&T's earnings, their next earnings. Watch for the report. Look how they do. When was their last earnings? In January 27th. So that's not going to be good enough to see because that's going to be for the quarter before. But watch for the next earnings. Look at their revenue from movies. That's what I recommend really doing is looking their subscription service. Has it gone up? Stuff like that. That's going to be really big for AT&T to see their profit margin there. And that'll give you an answer. That'll give you your answer. If they're more profitable, there's no reason. There's no reason to do it the other way. You know what I mean? Do I think theaters are going completely gone? No, I don't believe that. That's not what I'm saying. But I believe that there's going to be a different demand for movies. It's going to be completely different. There's no arguing. I don't think you guys like people kind of choose what they want to hear. And I'm not saying movies are going out of there's not going to be any more movie theaters. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying the demand for them has changed. It's going to become a different type of option, in my opinion. That's what I think. The whole economy and the whole market has changed. Everything is different now. Like, if you aren't accepting that, then it's just like, okay, I mean, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not comparing streaming to the movie. That's not what you're missing the point. I'm not comparing it to the movie theaters. I'm just saying you can see from 2020 the shift in the market and what has changed. You can see with businesses, especially if businesses don't want to send sales members and they want to do business meetings via Skype, that should tell you, in Zoom, that should tell you the shift in demand of convenience nationwide. And the amount of money I just for me and the person's response, movies like the Avengers, the Avengers, Tenet. Okay, so you named 2 movies, right? So two solid movies. Those are different types of levels of movies, though, right? You know what I mean? Like we're not comparing. Like, so let's say we took 100 movies. How many movies are like the Avengers and Tenet? Like the new Batman movie, I'm probably gonna want to go watch the one with Robert Pattinson in theaters. I'm probably gonna watch Dune in theaters. But the movie The Little Things, right, with Denzel Washington, that just came out, totally fine watching that at home. Great experience, loved it. I got to watch it 3 times. I watched it 2 times, really. I'm not gonna say 3. That's ridiculous. So, but that's just. And Keith, though, that's what I'm talking about. If Netflix could reach their own movies and like implement like their subscription service through the movie theater as well, you know what I mean? So like say you pay the $11 a month on Netflix. Say you get all your tickets for $3, you know what I mean, for you and your family, because you have a subscription. So the price is lower as well. Or you could watch premieres of shows. Now I don't know if they would change the layout of their shows, because that would involve like weekly showings at theater. That'd be different. So I understand that. Or they could do specific shows that they do weekly releases. I know typically they release a whole season, so that's the problem there. But yeah. But I don't think people are accounting for what's changing in the market. And it's like we can't compare every movie to being the Avengers or Tenet or these big great movies. Look at all the low producing movies, you know what I mean? Like the big quote unquote failures of movies. That's worth taking into account, because it's showing that there's an issue in the market, and something like Netflix and the streaming services can fix and lower the overall cost of production and stuff. So, but that's what I'm just saying, is that as investors, especially on the retail side of things, and if you look at the big names, they're realizing it. Like big funds, I mean, you can even watch like Shark Tank, like, and that's just like a low level, like low IQ example to explain it. But like they're realizing the shift in demand of the market. Like I think I watched something on CNBC, and it was the bald dude. I always forget I don't know his name. Anyways, he was talking on there, and he was like, "Dude, the market changed. It is different. It is like we're seeing like we advanced so far in such a little amount of time. Like that's why companies like Chegg. Chegg was one of my favorite shutdown stocks. My favorite. I use it. I use it every semester. I use it every day during college. I'm not gonna lie. This was my favorite overall play from the COVID shutdown. And look how well the company is doing. And why is it staying so valued up? Because colleges are switching the demand and opening way more classes online, because they're realizing how much money they can save across the board with it. I mean, that's what it comes down to. People saving money and making more money, college institutions included. So that's just my theory. But that's just why that's what you're gonna get from my channel, though. You're gonna get like transparency, like what I think. I don't really care if I'm wrong. Like I don't care if y'all disagree with me. You know what I mean? I think it's good that we can have an argument. I think that's super cool that we have an. I mean, I think that's the most beneficial thing for traders, is to be able to come onto a platform and have an argument with someone, or not like an argument where we're yelling at each other, but like having an educated argument and discussing real pros and cons of each stock. You know what I mean? Like that's how it should be. It shouldn't just be, well, we're bullish and I think we're going to the moon and this is why, and there's no reason why we're not. You know what I mean? It's like people coming in and saying, well, I don't think it's going to fail, and giving me a reason behind it. Like that was a good point. Like the Avengers and stuff, that was a good point. I didn't really think about it in that aspect. Like the big blockbusters that are heavily affected by sound and the overall presentation of the movie. I didn't really think about that. But I was thinking about the numbers game. Like out of 100, 90 out of the 100 movies aren't going to succeed to that, huge level of expectations. So but that's just like the perks of what you're getting when you come to the channel. So I'm probably about to hop off. I'm probably gonna grab some lunch. Honestly, the market looks really slow today. Like I said, I'm short on the market overall. I have UVXY calls, some Fubo puts. I'm chilling today. I'm not looking too excited about anything. I think NEO was a great play to get into. I didn't get into it though. I might enter some here pretty soon and target like $61, $62 short term. But there's a high possibility that we keep running even higher to test local highs. NEO's getting the volume it needs. Definitely. Yeah, we're getting that good volume too, so we can start kicking up higher. NEO's worth looking at. I've been mentioning NEO in every single live stream, so it's worth I'm probably gonna hop off. Expect me to be live around 8 p.m. Central. It's like 8 hours from now. That's probably when I'll be live next year. I need to gotta make the videos, go to the gym, do stuff like that. So if you're looking at anything, I think NEO is a hot play right now. I think it's gonna break through this support. It's holding the resistance and support right now. High upside here with Tesla running, market looking decent. I would just be hedged just in case. You never know what happens. But that's my opinion. Have a good one, guys.